So in true Nintendo fashion, randomly late on a Monday evening, we got a surprise system firmware upgrade that actually enables a feature that fans have been asking for since the launch of the Nintendo Switch back in 2017. That is right, folders, otherwise known as groups by Nintendo, are officially live and available. And in today's video, I want to break down how to use the feature, have a discussion around the other changes that went live in this firmware upgrade, because some of them were not as highlighted as the others, and then even talk about what kind of future upgrades we could expect down the line when we talk about the Nintendo Switch in the year of 2022 and beyond. What's up, Nation? If it's your first time on the channel, make sure you join Sunbro Nation by subscribing below, hit the like button on this video if you enjoy it today, and make sure you turn on your bell notification icon so you're kept up to date with all the newest gaming news. As I mentioned, guys, we got a very exciting story to talk about today because it is a surprise system firmware upgrade that actually brings the Nintendo Switch to the 14.0 version of this software. And of course, 5 years after the launch of the Nintendo Switch console, we finally have the big feature that we've all been asking for this entire time. Never knew if we would get it or not. That is folders, otherwise known as groups by Nintendo. And groups actually is a better term because a lot of times in folders you can only add one game to a particular folder and then it moves its location, and in this groups feature you can re-add the same game to multiple groups of different style games, and I just couldn't be more of a fan of this. Now of course we still need themes and we'll talk about what needs to happen in the future later on in the video, but to kick off this discussion I do want to quickly read through Nintendo's official tweet and then follow that up with a breakdown of everything that has been changed, as Oatmeal Dome, the very notable data miner, has been able to go through and verify a couple different changes that have happened as part of this firmware upgrade besides just this groups folder, which is definitely the main thing that's been highlighted by Nintendo. So let's quickly read through this together. So from Nintendo of America, late on Monday evening, the latest Nintendo Switch update is now available, including a new feature to create groups for software on the console. More information at the following URL. Then to follow that up, we have Oatmeal Dome tweeting out the following: Nintendo Switch firmware update version 14.00 is out. Adds the ability to create groups of software, however they are only visible on the all software screen. Adds support for remote volume adjustment on Bluetooth audio AVRCP, increased max Bluetooth audio volume. Still awaiting details about internal changes. It appears every single system component was updated or recompiled, which is unsurprising. Interestingly, parts of the Applet Manager module might have been split into new Operations Mode Manager module as part of refactoring. Now then, to quickly read through the official patch notes from Nintendo, we have version 14.0.0 released on March 21st, 2022. Groups feature was added to the all software menu. You can now create groups of software to help organize your software titles. Making groups for different game genres, developers, or whatever you'd like to organize by may make it easier to find the application you want. Up to 100 groups can be created with a max of 200 titles per group. The button to proceed to the all software screen is displayed only when there are 13 or more software icons on the system. For more information, see how to create groups of software. Bluetooth audio volume behavior was changed. You can now adjust the volume of Bluetooth audio devices using either the Nintendo Switch console or through the volume control buttons on the Bluetooth audio device. The Bluetooth audio device must support AVRCP profiles for these changes to work. The volume displayed on the console will reflect the Bluetooth audio volume when using the device's control buttons. The maximum volume output for some Bluetooth audio devices has been increased. When first connecting a device, volume will be reduced to avoid sudden loudness. For more information, see how to pair and manage Bluetooth audio devices. Now, clearly this is great news on all fronts and definitely a feature that fans have been asking for this entire time. Very nice for the Bluetooth additional controls as well, as I also have to test that out myself. I have not gotten a chance to mess with that at all. I do want to quickly walk through how to do the software groups with you guys on the console firmware itself, as this will be the first time I've created one, and it does look like it'll be very user friendly here, as whenever you just go into the all software, you have now that L button that will allow you to hit groups. Now, of course, it has been noted that you have to have more than 13 pieces of software installed on the console, which this one is very light because it is my OLED model and I haven't finished moving all my software over. But let's just say I want to group together the two party games that I have on here, which would be Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and then also Mario Party Superstars. Maybe let's throw, of course, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe into that group as well. And then let's go ahead and hit the plus icon, and it looks like I can I can switch around the order of how you want them to be. So we'll put Mario Kart 8 Deluxe right there, since that just got new tracks, and we'll put Smash Bros. Ultimate, then Mario Party Superstars. Then you hit next, and now we get a name. And so if I just want to name this now Party, I will be able to have my own group. And then of course, the big thing that was shouted out was that you can also do the same game in numerous different groups. So like if I want to have all the Zelda games together, but then let's say I also want to have a separate folder that references like action adventure games, and I want to put Zelda in that folder or group as well, I certainly can. Now let's see, because whenever I press groups again, okay, so you will have to go ahead and press groups to pull up that screen. So I wasn't familiar with that particular part. And then once you find the, oh, hang on, I did that wrong here. So then you select the group and then there you have it. So obviously with the Switch being 5 years into its life cycle, having so many different software available on this console, it is something that is a very welcome feature and very needed. And Nintendo, if we can now just please get themes, we will really be set. And I do think that that's something that is likely to come in the future, because let's just go into the software together. I mean, it's under, you have light and dark themes. Why is that the only two options right now? Like this is literally all we have. We have all of these incredible IPs that we could be pulling custom themes from, like The Legend of Zelda, like Mario, like Splatoon, Pokemon, you name it. I know people are ready for custom themes. So Nintendo, now that we're 5 years into the Switch and you've already enabled Bluetooth support last year, that was a great step forward that we didn't even know if we would ever see. Now we have the folders part. We just need themes to round us out here, and we will really have some of those core features we've been asking for a long time. Not to mention there's still a few things, obviously, like a true upgrade to Nintendo Switch Online and the party and matchmaking service, where you need to have onboard system chat so you can talk to friends through the console itself and not have to rely on a silly smartphone app. And then you also, of course, need just a more streamlined, user-friendly way to make friends, not having to rely on a 12-digit friend code, but rather being able to search people directly from their username, and throw in some group messaging text features as well, besides just the voice chat compatibility, and we will be all set. And make that talk to the Nintendo Switch app on the smartphone, and we're really talking like you could be away from your Switch, you get the notification that one of your buddies through message and chat and he wants to get on some games together. Like, it's going to be a lot of fun if Nintendo just does some minor tweaks and overhauls from here. Clearly, I'm very excited for this upgrade. I'm super happy it's done and it is live. And at this point in the video, guys, I want to hear from you personally on your thoughts and opinions around this new edition of the 14.0 system software upgrade. What you think about it overall? Are you a fan of it being on the all software page? Because I can see that being one thing that maybe fans would want it directly on the home screen itself, as opposed to having to go to that software menu. And do you think it's a good idea to add the same game into multiple groups? Because I definitely think that's an enhancement that I wasn't expecting. I figured if we put it in a folder, it would have to stay in that folder. So by all accounts, from me, this is a very good upgrade and a very needed one. But I definitely want to hear from you on your personal thoughts and opinions on the software upgrade, and whether or not you think we are around the corner from future upgrades that will enable theme support, and then also enable things like party chat with the ability to talk both over voice and text for Nintendo Switch Online. So I do look forward to hearing from you guys in the comments down below before you leave the video, as I do look forward to getting a back and forth conversation started with you all around this topic. Make sure you check out yesterday's video if you haven't already, where we discuss a brand new AAA game that really is the size and scope of a Breath of the Wild style project, and why it could be headed to the Nintendo Switch in the future. Also, make sure you like, subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and I will see you guys in the next video.